I'm currently sitting on the middle cushion of the couch because the dog is trying to get underneath it. Hello, Gabby. It is a Thursday, January 20th, and it is about 8 o'clock at night. Drinking my tea. My first week of school was this week, and I thought I would give you a little update on what went down. So my first day of school was a Tuesday, and I only have 2 classes on Tuesday. My first of those 2 classes was canceled. So on Tuesday I went to school for 1 class, and it was you guessed it, my dog walking class. Yes, I am in fact taking a dog walking class. It's super fun. We're gonna play with puppies all the time. Yesterday I went to my 4 classes, my core classes. So I went to my first class, which is the first half of the course is a Revolutionary Europe class. So I'm supposed to do some reading in this book here tonight. I don't know if you can hear this noise. It's like, but it's Nellie. I don't know what she's doing. It's really funny. The second class that I went to was my French class, and I really want to show you the French book that I'm supposed to read by tomorrow because it is hilarious. I have it in my backpack. I just don't want to go get it because I'm too lazy. Or as the British would say, I can't be bothered to go get it. I don't know if I like that phrase. I can't decide if I do or not. It kind of bothers me. Like, I couldn't be bothered. Like, that's like so rude. So I couldn't be bothered to go get my French book, but it's literally a like children's book, or it's like probably like a middle school aged book. That's like a history comic. It's like a comic book. It's like the Calvin and Hobbes of French. Then I went to my physics class, and I have the same professor as last semester, so it's not that big of a deal. Should be fine. It'll be super great. I went to my lab tonight, and it only took an hour and a half. I have a really, really slow partner. My fourth and final class is my British literature class, and the title of the class is Shakespeare in Love. We are going to read some sonnets, and then we're going to read 5 of Shakespeare's plays. Should be fairly interesting. I don't know. I don't really like Shakespeare that much, which I know a lot of people, I'd get a lot of hate mail for that if we had people who watched us, because everyone thinks Shakespeare's amazing, but personally I do not. I just don't get it. I don't get the appeal. He's one of the greatest writers of all time, blah blah blah. He paved the way. Like, obviously he's a great writer, or he wouldn't be Shakespeare. But I just don't understand why people love him so much over other things. Like, there are tons of great writers. Like, I realize he coined a lot of phrases. Like, he's a cool guy. He's a great writer, cool guy. I just don't love it. I don't love it. I'm not a Shakespeare fan. Like, I don't read Shakespeare for fun. That I don't get the stories that Shakespeare is telling. It's not that. I mean, I understand what Shakespeare's saying. I can read Shakespeare and understand it and all that stuff. It's just that I just don't get the appeal of it. I don't think it's that cool. Could be a bad thing that I'm taking a Shakespeare class now, isn't it? I need to read some sonnets. I need to read this Revolutionary Europe book. I need to read my French comic and answer some questions on that. So I will see you next week. This tea is way too sweet.